All right, good afternoon, students. Today, we're going to start on a new journey. We're going to talk about rocks. One of the things that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the different kinds of rocks that you're going to be studying during this lesson. So as we go along, I want you to know what the standard is. So we have a content standard. Our content standard is S6E5. Students will investigate the scientific view of how the Earth's surface is formed. You're going to classify rocks by their process of formation and describe processes that change rocks and the surface of the earth. So you're going to do two things. You're going to classify and you're going to describe. You're going to classify and you're going to describe. We also have a language standard. The students will describe orally, which means you should be able to tell me, and in writing, which means you should be able to write it out, the processes that change rocks and the surface of the earth. So today, in today's lesson, you'll have an opportunity to both describe to me orally and in writing the processes that change rocks and the surface of the earth. The learning target, I can classify rocks by their process. Now, it doesn't say I'm going to tell you what the rocks are, and I'll show you the rocks, and you're going to tell me what kind they are. It says that you yourself can classify a rock by its process or how it is formed. That's what we're going to work on today. At the end of this lesson, you should be paying attention because you're going to have an assessment, and your assessment is going to be a ticket out of the door. Your ticket out of the door is that I'm going to tell you a process, and then you're going to have to tell me what kind of rock is made from the process. So you need to be paying attention because at the end of the lesson, you have to tell me what process is used to make these kinds of rocks. All right, so let's review some things that we've already learned about. A few things that we've already discussed are weathering, erosion, and deposition. We talked about weathering, breaking down the materials of Earth's crust, erosion, the process of which water, ice, and wind move stuff around, breaks it down, and deposition, when it deposits. So we talked about weathering, which is breaking it down, erosion, which is taking it away, deposition, which is deposited. We talked about weathering, which is breaking it down, erosion, which is taking it away, and deposition, which is settling it down. We talked about weathering, which is breaking it down. We talked about erosion, which is moving it around, and deposition, which is settling it down. So there are three major rock groups: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Now you'll notice that these are different colors. They are different colors for a reason. When we see red, what normally do we think of? We think something cold, something hot, something medium, what?
Something hot.
Something hot. So let me tell you that an igneous rock would have something to do with something hot. What about green? Hot, cold, warm? We think green? Well, this is middle. And this is cold. So when I think of it, I think to stop. Feel something hot, stop. Green is go. Kind of cool. Yellow's in the middle, slow down, something kind of warm. So those are my trigger points to help you remember the three kinds of rocks and the processes that go along with them. So the first one we're going to talk about is an igneous rock. If you look on your note-taking sheet, you'll see that there's some blanks there. And the blanks are where you're going to put in your words for the different kinds of rocks. So an igneous rock, if you look, you'll see that it is showing you how an igneous rock and where an igneous rock is formed. Igneous rock, melted minerals inside the earth. Melted minerals, magma comes from a volcano. Melted minerals from inside the earth goes up through a volcano. That molten rock is called magma. As the magma rises through the cracks in the earth's surface, the magma cools, and that's how you get an igneous rock. Sometimes magma rises through the cracks. That's called lava. When the lava cools, that's an igneous rock. So an igneous rock is made by heat. You see it forming down in here in the molten rock. It comes up, makes a magma pool. Once it gets to the surface, spews out as lava. Once that lava hardens, that's how an igneous rock is made. So the process, which the standard says we're going to classify the rocks by its process, the process is heat. So that's the process for an igneous rock. All right. If you'll notice, there's a diagram that shows you about a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rocks are rocks and minerals and particles that settle in a liquid. It's formed by erosion as sediments are moved from one place to another. The layers become compacted and cemented together. They're formed near the Earth's surface. So I will go through all of that. They will be writing their notes. I'll be walking around making sure they're writing their notes in the correct places. We will go through the sedimentary rock. There's no heat involved, which is why it's green. We go through metamorphic rock, talk about the processes of metamorphic rock. The process here is heat and pressure. The process of the igneous rock was what? Anybody remember? Heat. The process for metamorphic is heat and pressure. Then we will go to the type of rocks. Notes review. Melted minerals inside the earth are called, and we fill all that out. We talk about that. We go through those, and we fill all that out, and we talk about all of that. We fill all that out. We talk about that. We go through all of that. Okay. Our guided practice, our independent practice. I use this as a group assignment. So we pass out the group assignment. You put your students in groups, and we're going to do some rock riddles. Okay, so you're going to tell me what kind of rocks each one of these are. They're rock riddles. Either they're igneous rocks, they're sedimentary rocks, or they're metamorphic rocks. How did I get way back there? Oh, I know how. With the partner, read the first 5 riddles and using the information, tell what kind of rock is described. Describe this rock in relation to another rock. Now, this part is the part that takes your standard or takes your lesson to the next level. Just your normal run-of-the-mill student, all they need to know how to do is tell what kind of rock it is. Your gifted students need to describe that rock in relation to another rock. So, we give you some examples. I am created from a chemical change in minerals. And your answer is, I am a metamorphic rock. I am created from a chemical change in minerals. I am different from a sedimentary rock in that a sedimentary rock occurs from weathering and erosion and does not endure a chemical change. So you see how the text complexity and the complexity of the lesson just changed all of a sudden? Because now you have to explain it, tell me what it is, but then tell me what it is in according to another rock. I may be formed from molten rock. Which one is that? Formed from molten rock, formed from heat.
Igneous.
So you would say, I'm an igneous rock. Very good. I may be formed from molten rock. I am not a metamorphic rock because a metamorphic rock is caused by heat and pressure. Now, if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm simply making them say the processes over and over and over again. That's all I'm doing. Because if they say it over and over and over again, they're going to get it. So all I'm doing is making them say it over and over again. So then I will give them 15 minutes to work in their groups, to figure out the rest of the riddles. And I have a timer that's actually set for 15 minutes. I'm not going to make you sit here for 15 minutes. And then when the timer is up, of course, we would go over it together. So we would do 5 together. And then they would do 5, read the last 5, and do another 5 on their own. We go over those 5 that they did on their own. And I give them 15 minutes to do the 5 on their own. And then we start ticket out the door. And our ticket out the door would be another portion of the lesson that is divided up according to if you're on grade level, below grade level, on grade level, below grade level, or above grade level. So those are the 3 that are on, below, because what happens is if you give everyone the same assignment, then you're gifted, so you're going to think like that, and then you're going to start talking, or filling in your desk, or doing something else, or throwing something across the room. You want to make sure that everybody's lesson is geared towards them. Okay, so that would have been my whole lesson. And once it's over, Screencast-O-Matic is going to save everything I did